Hello Bearcats, I'm Dierra.
And I'm Lisette Hernandez, and this is Around Bearkat Alley.
In partnership with the Houstonian, we are back to give you highlights and recaps in this past week in Bearcat sports.
First in football, in their final road game Saturday at Anthony Field in the Wildcat Stadium, the Bearcats captured another win against Abilene Christian University with a score of 44-35.
Yes, the Bearcats had a final road victory of the season. In the first quarter, the Bearcats racked up 178 yards with scores of its first 5 drives of the game. After a stop from the Wildcats on the opening drive, the Cats took a 24-yard field goal attempt and it brought us up 3-0.
It only took one play for Sam to get into the end zone as Jeremiah Briscoe threw to Reagan Henderson, who made it a 10-0 lead for the Cats. After 2 drives, Briscoe found Davion Davis for a 17-yard score and another from our senior Jedediah Lewis.
In the second quarter, the Cats ran across some challengers from the Wildcats. The first 8 minutes were tough as the Bearcats stalled several drives. However, like our Bearcats always do, the Cats went into the locker room with a 24-7 lead.
Coming back from halftime, the Cats wasted no time keeping their lead. Freshman Jalen Thomas had his first career interception and Briscoe threw to Davis, who ran for an 18-yard score.
In the fourth quarter, Brightwood Abilene took a 35-31 lead with 5 minutes and 37 seconds left. The Bearcats came back with a 15-yard touchdown by Jedediah Lewis. Davion Davis then scored from a 52-yard punt return. To finish it off, Lewis then made the game-winning touchdown. Before we go to basketball, let's check out my exclusive interview with one of our star running backs. Okay, so hello, Miss.
How you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for being here.
It's my pleasure.
Okay, so starting off with, you are from Tampa, Florida?
Yes, originally. I moved here when I was like 12, 13. I moved to Houston, and it was just a better environment for my family and myself.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Okay, so I'm going to ask you some questions. In 2015, at the NCAA opening round victory, you rushed for 111 yards on 16 carries. How did that make you feel as a freshman?
It was a great feeling. You know, when you're a freshman, you usually don't play a huge role on the team. And so any little thing that you can do to affect the team or impact the team is always a great feeling. And we had 2 guys, if I remember correctly, Jalen Overstreet and Corey Avery. I think they had came out that game with some little minor injuries that they had. So me and another guy named Ridgeway Frank, we had to step up to the plate. So coming in and being a freshman new to the game, well, not necessarily new to the game, but new to college football, it was always great to get out there and do that for my team. Because it could have went the other way and that would have just been bad.
Okay, that's pretty good. In the 2016 season, you finished with the most yards rushed in the Southland Conference. How did that make you feel?
It was a great feeling. You know, we always go out every day and we work for just to go out and our number one goal is to win games, you know, as a team. But to go out there and I guess you say be number 1 in the conference, that was a great feeling. And we had other guys that stepped up to the plate and did things that were much more better, like Jeremiah Briscoe, Walter Payton Award winner, and O-linemen going out there and doing what they do, and then Nathan Stewart, David. I mean, just so many guys that I could just name that went out there and stepped up to the plate to help me because, you know, it's not a one-man game, and just things like opening up the passing game. Like we have great receivers that was able to help the rushing game, and then Corey Avery, he was close to it. He did the same thing, but again, he had a minor injury last year, so that put him set back. So it was a great feeling.
Okay, you are ranked 3rd in the Southland Conference. Do you feel that's right, or do you feel that it should be higher than that?
Well, I mean, we're winning. We're 6-1. So, like I say, winning is the number 1 goal. I mean, as far as higher or lower, the numbers could be higher for our run game. Period. You know, I keep mentioning Corey Avery, who's a great back here. It's not that it should be higher. You know, we take what defenses give us. So if they want to give us the run, we'll take it. If they don't, we'll give it a pass. It's been obvious in the past couple of years that we're a passing team. So just to go out there and do what we do, we both feel, and as a team, we know if we needed to rely on that more, or if we needed those yards, which obviously haven't mattered because the way the season is going. So. It could be more, it could be less, but you know we take it what it is. We done what our O-linemen and our team let us do.
Okay, that's pretty cool. In the last 8 games, you raced for 492 yards so far. So is that about norm for you? Was that a goal or?
Um, it was like I say, it's hard to say goal because as a running back, we set season goals, and we go into every game everyone goes into every game. Excuse me, wanting to do a certain amount, have a certain amount of yards, but the number one goal is to win the game. So just to come out there and what the numbers were again?
492 yards.
Yeah, I mean that's a good chunk of numbers, considering that our backfield is split and we use a lot of guys in our offense. We have so many playmakers. It's just ridiculous. So to go in and have a small impact or even a big impact, as some may say, that's always a good feeling.
Okay. You've played football your whole life. What kept you motivated to play this long?
Family, everyone around me, my friends. It's just something that you grow a part of. As they always say, you surround yourself around the people who you want to be like or who you kind of see yourself as being. And just always growing up, when I came to Texas, I was just always around football, which I wasn't really around that when I was in Florida, but coming to Texas, football is so big. Then I had my brother, Jamil Cook, and friends that are collegiate players like Cameron Townsend and Deontay Ford, just many different people that you guys, I'm sure you'll hear of in the future. It's always good to play football, and that just keep me in it.
So when you're not on the field or in the classroom, what do you do in your spare time?
I'm usually home. I'm a cook. A lot of people know me as a cook. I like to cook. So that's pretty much what I do, and I like the old school music, so I relax and listen to some old school jams.
Yeah. So what inspired you to cook like this, and how long have you been doing it?
My mom caters, and I've probably been doing it for probably about. Me and my brother, we used to do a little something here and there in middle school. Sometimes parents didn't feel like cooking, you know how they do you. So we go in the kitchen and small things, nothing major. And then once I got to college, it kind of kicked in where I just started doing just different types of stuff. Because my mom, she'd send me different recipes and different stuff that she'd make. And I'd be like, well, I want to make that. So everything I know is from my mom, who actually owns a catering business, Delicious Cuisines. So,
Where's it at?
She actually is all over. She travels. She's in Florida right now, but she's based in Houston, Virginia, and Florida. She goes around. So yeah.
So do you still sell plates?
I'm thinking about getting back into that.
When did you stop?
Football season.
Oh, okay.
It gets hectic during the year, so it's not something you want to crowd on your plate during the season. We got so much going on, like meetings and practice, weight room, just different things that goes on. So once the season's over, then we can think back on going back to that.
Yeah, because it really does look good.
Thank you.
Okay, so that is all for today. And if you want to know more about Remus, you can follow him on his social networks. And once again, until next time, I'm Dierra Banks, and thank you for tuning in.
Now over at the Coliseum, the men's basketball team got back on their feet with the win against the Hardin-Simmons Cowboys. With a score of 72-56, the Cats are now 2-0 on their season. Christopher Galbraith Jr. led the team with 17 points, with 9 in the second half and 7 boards for the game.
Marcus Harris and John Dewey III both had 12 points. Harris then added 10 boards for his first career double-double. Cameron Delaney missed a double-double of his own with 9 points and 10 rebounds. The Cats held Hardin-Simmons to 4 points in the first 9 minutes of the play, with building a 16-4 lead by as much as 13 with 2 minutes and 44 seconds left from a 3 from Harris.
Our Bearkat volleyball team lost to the UIW Cardinals in their last game before heading to the Southland Conference Tournament in Corpus Christi. They will enter the tournament as a 6th seed and play number 3 Texas A&M Corpus in the first round at 6:30 this Friday at the Duggan Wellness Center. They also have a lot to be proud of, as 3 of their players were placed on the Southland Conference squad. Jordan Vaughn and Taylor Cunningham earned first team, while Brooke White earned second team. This is the second time in a row that the 3 earned their well-deserved spots on the all-league squads. Their center, Jacqueline Ward, was also named honorable mention choice.
Now to our women's basketball team. They held a great start to the Arkansas Razorbacks Friday morning at the Bud Walton Arena in Fayetteville, Arkansas. The Bearcats were up 13 points and led 5 points into the half. Then Arkansas came back to beat the Cats 65-54. The leading scorer for this game was Armas, who racked up 11 points, adding 6 rebounds and 4 assists.
That's all the recaps we have for this week. Now let's look ahead and see what upcoming games we have to look out for.
Football will be here at Bowers this Saturday, November 18th, playing Houston Baptist at 1 p.m. The game will be aired on ESPN3.
Men's basketball will be in Moscow, Idaho, Saturday, November 18th, as they will be taking on Idaho. The game will be aired on Pluto TV.
Our women's basketball team will be at home playing Wiley College this Friday, November 17th at 11 a.m. The game will be aired on ESPN3.
Volleyball will be in Corpus for the South Conference Tournament, playing number 3 Texas A&M Corpus at 6:30 this Friday at the Duggan Wellness Center.
This has been Dierra Banks
And Lisette Hernandez, and that's all we have for this week from Around Bearkat Alley. We hope to see you all again next week.